Alrighty then, so I decided to look up the whole water to wine thing in the Bible. Okay, so apparently that comes up in John 2. So why not, right? So I read John 2 and there are clues. So let's go to there. And the third day there was a marriage in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. And both Jesus was called and his disciples to the marriage. And when they wanted wine, the mother of Jesus said unto him, They have no wine. Jesus said unto her, Woman, what have I to do with thee? Mine hour is not yet come, whatever that means. His mother saith unto the servants, Whatsoever he saith unto you, do it. And there were set there 6 water pots of stone, after the manner of the purifying of the Jews, containing 2 or 3 firkins apiece. So Jesus saith unto them, Fill the water pots with water. And they filled them up to the brim. So, fill the goddamn things up with water. Check. Alright, so what does that mean? We have water. I'm going to start with water before we make wine. So water, what is it? 5 letters, T's in the middle. You know, there's 5 letters, but since there are 1, 2, 3 special ones, it's more like there's 8 characters in this mess, and the halfway point would be like at the 3. No, just saying. So, again, if I have a teen and I just circle the teens, you know, like to get my circle date, then why the hell not just do 2 circles for the 20s, right? There's not as many of them for a reason. So I decided to go doubly circled 3, left the 1 alone, doubly circled 0, left the 5 alone, circle the 8. Alright, so with things that aren't circled, okay, I circled the 5 here, and then I just took the 1 and circled the 8 here, and I'm pretty much left with a 5-8. Then a 38-58. So I said, how the hell is a doubly circled 3 and a doubly circled 0? 38. And it dawned on me, they're just snowmen, okay? This is the head of the snowman, and this is the bottom of the snowman, and you are looking at it from the wrong direction. So I drew it in the right direction. And I drew it in the right direction. And I said, why not? I'm going to make 3 the head and 0 the bottom. I don't know why. First and second, sure. Whatever, right? And in this depiction, obviously the circles are not touching. However, if the bottom of this snowman touches the top of this snowman, obviously they're connected. Right? So I said to myself, let's put the values on one side and the non-valued things on the other side. So I said, alright, let's shuffle the 3 and the 0 on this side, and the circle on this side. But then I said to myself, you know what, we got to, like, 2 circles just forcing together are not going to make an 8. So I'm going to take the 0 that's in the bottom of this snowman, and I'm going to take it to join these 2 circles. And then I'm going to take the circle from that 0 of this snowman, and I'm going to use it to circle the 8 to make it a new entity, which will leave me with a circled 3, a circled 8 connected, and a 5 and an 8 circled both. Okay, so that's water. Now I've tried this riddle before. I've tried playing with water and wine with the 1 of 1 of 7 of 13 of 110 of 2143 and all that. Never really got anywhere with it, never really documented it, but I was like, meh. So I was like, okay, let's try wine. So I decided to try wine, and when I did wine, okay, just doubly circled the 3, 9 just circled 8, that's circled 4. I left the 5 alone, and I said, okay, the beginning and the end must have something to do with each other because it's going to go around, right? And since this is the only double circle and these are 2 singles and that's not, I'm going to take this one, I thought, and bring it around to there, you know. But what are you going to bring? I'm going to bring 1 circle. Let's say I'll use the 1, and the other circle I'll use the value of 3. So if I brought the 3 over and added to the 5, there's my 8. If I took the 1 over, there's my circled 8. So I got, very simply, I took a circle from here, and I took the 3 from the circle, brought it over here to get my 8. Didn't really work. Then I said to myself, it's all about the 9, 10, 11 paradigm, okay? It's the I, X, X, I. Very important. It's your 9, 11 guy, okay? IX is 9, that's 11, okay? I, the 9th letter is I. The 10th letter is J. Do you see a pattern emerging? And the 11th letter is K. I don't know, like a V with a line under it. You know? So, and it's all about to do with Nibiru guy. It's all about this. Umbriel and Miranda are the 9th and 10th thing created, which are coincidentally the 26th and 27th thing created. For your 53 or your circled 52, from Alpha to Omega. Anyway, 9, 10, 11, I've gone over this a bit. I don't have time. I don't want to do it right now. So, this wasn't done right, obviously. So, I've played with it a little bit since. So, I'm going to take the clues from the Bible to derive wine. Yeah, because apparently I can do this. It's a useless talent. So where were we in this story? Fill the water pots with water, and they filled them up to the brim, and he said to them, draw out now, and blah, 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 feast. And then we had wine. Alright, the key here. Obviously, this is the 64th page. You know, I know it doesn't seem right, but it says 64, that's your 8-bit cell. Okay, you're in John 2. And in John 2:6, you know, 2:6 is God. 7 plus 15 plus 4, G-O-D, 26. So I got 2:6, and there were set 3 6 water pots. What the hell, I'm dyslexic. It's really hard to read through a phone when it's moving. And there were set there 6 water pots. So 6 water pots is the key of stone, Jews, purifying, containing 2 or 3 firkins apiece. So what's a firkin? I looked it up on the internet. No, I don't need this. I'll look it up on the internet. Okay, a firkin. Okay, so there's 6 water pots. Oh, God damn it, everything is horrible today. Okay, we got 6 water pots. Very good. With 2 to 3 firkins each. Now, a firkin is 11 gallons apparently, or like exactly 41 liters. You know, in the other show, in the game show, where they were trying to make the 491, which is just circled 49, which is like a 50, and he was saying, I wonder if 50 is divisible by itself. Well, L is the Roman numeral for 50, and L is also the number 12, and we use L for liters. And it's all about this. Remember I was talking about adding 14 to 42, right? And you get your 56. And I was like, yeah, 1456 is interesting because you're 42. Your 42 is the V guy. Your 42 is the there's your 42, the answer to everything. So your 42 plus your 14 apparently is your 56. Now, I find that wildly entertaining. Well, you know, 42, 14, 56. Yeah, thought that was curious. So, I'm trying to see, like, it's 2 to 3 firkins each, so I'll try to see what the numbers are. You know, 41 times 2 is 82, which is your 9 by 9 grid, right? 9 by 9 is 81 circled. Times 3 is 1, 2, 3, circled 1, 2, 2, yeah, so 6 times. It's easier than that. Okay. Okay, so wine has 4 letters, but it has 6 numbers. Okay, and it starts with a W, which is 23. It's a riddle. Oh, I do have Genesis. It is in here. That's fine. I thought I lost it. Anyway, right. So, I'm intrigued. Now, if your 23 is just your doubly... This is getting confusing. If your 23 is just your doubly circled 3, your 9 is going to be your circled 8. Your 14 is going to be your circled 4. Your 5 is going to be your circled 4. Okay? Maybe let's do this anew. Yeah. I like anew. I'll keep it beside me for reference. So, we have a doubly circled 3, we have a circled 8, we have a circled 4 next to a circled 4. Okay. However, okay, snowman. Now, what do we know about a circled 3? What do I keep saying? That's a 1 by 3. That's a 1 by 3. Optically, near and far, you have the illusion of the snowman bottom being bigger and top being smaller. All that shit. Alright, so how can you take this last circle and get rid of it? Okay, this is definitely touching. So, I thought to myself, I can't just take this and cover the whole thing, because it's at the beginning to the end, because if this is a 1 by 3, technically, if I were to take my 3 and circle shit, really all I can do is encompass this. And this little guy out here is not invited to the party. And it's rather sad. So I said to myself, okay, if this right here is my +1, and this guy right here is kind of outside the scope, and he's a -1, you gotta pop the bubble. You gotta pop the bubble to bring him in. By pop the bubble, I think what this means is that you're gonna have your 3 and your 8, and you gotta get him inside, and it's kind of interesting they're both 4s. But I think what you're gonna end up doing is that. Okay? You gotta bring him in, and he's coming in to the fold. You know, we'll just pop that, bring it over here, get rid of the whole thing, but he'll get sucked in and become a new entity. Now, now again, that's good. Check, check. Now, this is our new riddle. 4-4. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I mean... maybe the K is your 11 for the bubble here and the bubble here. Holy shit. Yeah, this is how much money we need to make 2 of these. That's me not getting paid for my labor. But I don't give a shit. Wireless energy would be pretty interesting. So, what are we looking at here? Where do we do? You see it already. I bet you already see it. Okay, so if we were to look at this in 2 parts, we have a circled 4 with a dot on it, and we're going to have a circled 4 dotted to a circled 4. Now, if we take the circled 4 and make it 5, and we have a dot beside it, that dot obviously can go around it because 0 is a 1. 3, 8, 5. Check. Now over here, you know, well, who's to say that we can't flip it on itself? So that could be a 4 with your dot here, and instead of doing this twice, you just put another circle around it. Am I right? Now a doubly circled 4 would be your 1 by 4. 4 and 4 is 8. The dot here will be your circle for your 8. Okay? You see what I'm getting at here? Now it's just a singly circled 8. You gotta pop the second bubble to use the 4 inside the circle that exists. And then you have 38, 58. Because of clever little code. Clever little code. About 6 water pots, 2 to 3 firkins each. Your 4-6 split. Between balance. Yeah. I'll take all comers, guy. I think I'm done talking to old people. I think the youth need to wake up. I think the old people are so like indoctrined into like this Stockholm syndrome of slavery that it's really hard to make them think that everything they know is not the truth and a lie. But I think young kids these days are more perceptible. Cheers. This is